It was shocking, I'll tell you that much.
Could there really be a leopard running around in this part of the state?
Also, could a new discovery at UWM mean the end of potholes?
We created super country.
And a motorist trapped beneath a local school bus loaded with students.
The bus didn't see the car and just went straight under it. The car went straight onto the bus.
Plus, I'm going to show you how soon you'll see the sunshine return with your first alert forecast.
We are the CBS 58 News at 10 with Paul Biaskuski, Michelle McCormack, and Chief Meteorologist Mark McGinnis.
Milwaukee's NAACP expressing outrage tonight that Democratic gubernatorial candidate Brett Hulsey plans to hand out white hoods to delegates of the GOP convention in Milwaukee.
CBS 58's Sashel Saunders is live at the Wisconsin Center where the state convention gets underway tomorrow.
Paul, Michelle, it's right here in this place that Representative Hulsey plans to hand out those white hoods in a shocking political statement. But just the sight of such an offensive symbol of racism sent two NAACP members back to a dark place in our history.
As a child, I had to run home in the evening to get away from the Ku Klux Klan.
A simple white garment with two holes poked out for eyes evokes such vivid, nightmarish feelings.
I think of a lynching, a hanging, a night burning, night riders.
That same sheet with ties to the negative history of racial oppression and violence is being used in a bold display Friday by Representative Brett Hulsey outside the Republican State Convention at the Wisconsin Center in Milwaukee.
These party hats for the GOP represent the racist policies of Governor Walker and the Wisconsin Republican Party.
Hulsey plans to pass them out. His intention is to raise awareness to GOP policies he deems racist.
Promoting racial profiling, taking away women's right to get fair justice for discrimination, promoting a strip mine bill that threatens Native American sacred sites, and many others.
Wisconsin NAACP leaders say Hulsey's actions are a mockery of the democratic system and glorify the glory suit-wearing days of the Ku Klux Klan.
It's implying that African American people and other people of color, minority people, are foolish enough to go along with this kind of shenanigans.
Now, Hulsey is no stranger to controversy. He was cited for disorderly conduct in 2012 for allegedly pushing a 9-year-old off an inner tube at the beach. One of his staffers also said that she didn't feel safe when he brought a box cutter to work. Now, we reached out to both sides on this issue and have not heard back from any other lawmakers yet. We are live at the Wisconsin Center. Sashel Saunders, CBS 58 News.
All right, thanks, Sashel. As always, we invite you to weigh in on stories like this. You can do that at CBS58.com or on our Facebook page, and we may wind up using some of your comments on the air.
For the third time in 2 weeks, a school bus involved in a crash. And we're still waiting for word tonight on the driver who was trapped in a car under the bus in Grafton this afternoon. The person was rushed to the hospital. No condition has been released. The bus was full of students from John Long Middle School. Several suffered minor injuries. One child also taken to the hospital.
My bus was just right there, and it was turning to take me home. And the car, the red car that's under the bus, was turning right on a red light, and the bus didn't see the car and just went straight under it. The car went straight onto the bus.
Police investigators are not yet saying what they think went wrong. A construction fire on National Avenue tonight. This was the scene not too long ago near 894. We're told a construction crew hit a wire which sparked the fire. Traffic was hampered for a time. Nobody hurt.
It turns out the man shot and killed by a police officer in Red Arrow Park yesterday was a 31-year-old from Milwaukee with a well-documented history of mental illness.
As recently as last year, police were summoned to the scene where he had attempted to kill himself by stabbing himself in both sides of the neck and saying, "Voices told me to kill myself and you people too."
Police Chief Ed Flynn says he's not out to demonize Dontrell Hamilton by sharing this information with the public, but to draw attention to what he describes as an extraordinarily serious social health issue playing out on the streets of Milwaukee.
We are not doing enough for the mentally ill. Every year, this police department responds to over 7,000 calls involving mentally ill individuals. We are a first response. We are not a solution to this problem.
The chief says cuts to social service programs by the city, county, and state have left the mentally ill with very few treatment options, putting his officers and the public at risk. We caught up with Governor Scott Walker today, shortly after he declared this Mental Health Awareness Month, and we asked him about the chief's concerns.
We put $28.9 million in this budget, the most money for mental health that any governor's put in 30 years.
But I note, not as criticism, but as an important observation, that none of these investments seem to be going to the heart of the problem.
The chief says the conduct of the officer who shot Hamilton is now being investigated by the State Department of Justice.
A man who attacked deputies with a knife was shot and killed this afternoon. It happened in the town of Primrose, about 30 minutes southwest of Madison. It was a disturbance call, and when deputies got there, they found 2 senior citizens beaten. 2 deputies were stabbed in the legs while on a spiral staircase. A 3rd deputy opened fire and killed the attacker. One of the deputies had to undergo surgery. The other is being held in the hospital overnight for observation.
Both are now surrounded by family and on the mend.
The Dane County Sheriff says they had been to the property before and had several prior contacts with the man who was fatally shot. One source says that person in question might have had a mental illness.
New tonight at 10, a local burglary suspect caught on camera and police now asking the public for help. This is the man that police are looking for. These images were captured by surveillance cameras at a business on 24th and Roosevelt here in Milwaukee. That's just a couple of blocks north of Capitol. The man was in the process of stealing several television sets when an employee showed up and scared him off. That was on April 28th. It's believed the same individual burglarized a school near 18th and Keefe 2 days later. The ATF now involved in a reward being offered in the search for a group of armed men who robbed 2 Advance Auto Parts stores on Milwaukee's north side last month. Surveillance video from one of those robberies shows the men carrying what look like shotguns. The first robbery was on April 17th at the Advance store on North Teutonia. The second was on April 23rd at 58th and North. If you can help with this case or the burglary we just told you about, contact Milwaukee Police at 414-935-7360.
It's a heart-wrenching scenario. A woman stays with her abuser because she doesn't want to leave the family pet behind. The information is part of a new public awareness campaign based on new findings by the Association of Prosecuting Attorneys, which shows a direct link between animal abuse and family abuse. However, the campaign also offers solutions. CBS 58's Josh Landon is live in the newsroom. Josh.
Michelle, the American Humane Society reports between 25% to 40% of abused women stay in dangerous relationships because they fear their pets will be harmed next.
A lot of our clients would say, I can't leave because I don't want to leave my dog or I don't want to leave my cat, and they had nowhere to go.
Carmen Petrie with the Sojourner Family Peace Center spoke on the alarming trend of women who stay in abusive relationships out of fear their pet will be the next victim if they walk away. That's one reason why several agencies, including the Wisconsin Humane Society and Milwaukee Police Department, announced the Spot Abuse campaign. It will give women a way out.
We created a safe haven program with the Wisconsin Humane Society. We have foster families that take the animals in while our clients come into shelter or get themselves established.
Petrie says in the past year, the campaign has put between 25 to 30 abused animals into foster care. The goal is to give women the help they need before it's too late.
But abusers don't often stop just with their primary victim. They hurt anybody that they can in the home.
In order to raise more awareness, the Spot Abuse campaign is launching TV ads, putting up billboards in Milwaukee, and even reaching out to people through social media. If you'd like more information, we have a link on our website at cbs58.com. Paul, back to you.
All right, thanks, Josh. We may have buried the lead here. Tonight, a researcher at UWM thinks he's come up with a solution to the city's pothole problem. No kidding. CBS 58's John Coco has that story.
All the bumps in Wisconsin were brutal this winter, which is why you should be happy to hear this.
We created super concrete.
Right here at UWM, they believe they've cracked the code to the cracks in the roads.
Just jumps off the surface.
Professor Konstantin Sobolev and his team have developed a more durable concrete using small fibers that can also repel water. Beneficial to Wisconsin because of the harsh climate.
Concrete in Wisconsin is in extreme conditions.
Roads like these here in Milwaukee need maintenance every 30 to 50 years. But with the super concrete, that number goes up to about 120 years.
Sobolev admits this will likely cost more money, but says it would pay for itself over the long run, requiring less upkeep. However, critics say less maintenance equals less people needed to maintain, a loss of jobs. But Sobolev isn't buying that.
It's just a way to handle the business, I think, in a sustainable, reliable way.
Or the idea that this could create harmful environmental runoff. Now, the goal is to get the federally funded research commercialized. Sobolev says a number of companies have already expressed interest, including the Wisconsin DOT. But there's no exact timetable as to when we'll see it out here.
It looks like need is there, solution is there, so just it should happen.
John Coco, CBS 58 News.
The roads to our homes coming up, how to survive severe weather.
Do you get excited to see 2x4s through the air?
Well, it's always entertaining to do some of this work.
We'll take you inside the Severe Weather Research Lab and show you the best ways to hail-proof your home and car and improve the odds of withstanding a tornado.
From the CBS 58 Weather Center. Now, your complete First Alert weather with Mark McGinnis.
Over the last couple of hours on First Alert Precision Doppler, light showers have really tapered off, especially just in the last 45 minutes. Let's take you through and show you here in Milwaukee County, Ozaukee, and Sheboygan County. We're finding that the showers are now generally out over Lake Michigan. And south and west of Lake Geneva and Delavan there, you can see a little bit of green, but the trend has been, certainly over the last 45 minutes, as I mentioned, for the showers to be coming to an end. So again, let's take you into Milwaukee County and north, into Ozaukee and Sheboygan County. Here's that area of rain. It's all pushing off to the south and to the east. So the last of the sprinkles and the light showers look like they are now out over the lake. One lone little shower down here in southwestern Walworth County. The overall trend being that the showers are coming to an end. But the clouds are going to be here all night long. Temperatures at 10 o'clock are in the 40s. We have 43 in Waukesha on the cool side, 47 here in Milwaukee, so only a 4-degree spread from coldest to warmest. At Mitchell International Airport right now, it is cloudy with a little bit of drizzle there. As you can see, 47 degrees, a west wind at 9 miles an hour, and that's probably what's obscuring our view of downtown as well. Tonight, your First Alert forecast, the showers, the drizzle, it all comes to an end. Cloudy and cool. 40 degrees the low with a light west wind of 5 miles an hour. Tomorrow morning, your Friday morning commute, it looks dry, cloudy and cool though. 40 degrees at 6 a.m. and by the noon hour we're up to 51 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. So let's go ahead and show you what you can expect tomorrow on First Alert Precision Forecast as we go on through the remainder of the night. Again, a lot of cloud cover between now and tomorrow morning. 8 a.m. we're overcast, but look for a few breaks in the cloud cover from, let's say, late morning into the early afternoon. So a little peak or two of sunshine is possible before, look at this, showers come in from the north and west from a system that right now is up in North Dakota and Minnesota. So another shot of some showers tomorrow. Rainfall is going to be light with these showers. We think in all areas less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. Of course, meteorologist Lance Hill will have an update on what you can expect by the afternoon, first thing tomorrow morning. Your First Alert forecast for Friday, looking cloudy to mostly cloudy, 56 the high, a little warmer, isolated showers setting up in the afternoon. Saturday, look at that high, 62 with an isolated shower. Sunday is still looking dry and sunny, 55. It'll be warmer inland Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Early next week, we keep it dry until we get into Wednesday, Thursday with some showers returning. We'll look beyond with the 10-day forecast coming up.
Still ahead, is there a leopard roaming around Racine County? And if so, did he escape from a local wildlife farm?
We'd come home from church and there it is, running across the road.
Also, a local retiree tells us how he survived a violent home invasion.
He says, I got a gun, give me your money.
And Ted Thompson meets with reporters to talk about potential draft decisions for the Packers.
We don't get too carried away with what our perceived needs are at the moment.
Those stories on the CBS 58 News at 10 continue.